Hello, future people, and welcome to Great Uncle John's weekly video log. This is week 19, May 13th, 2018. It's been a beautiful week here in Ottawa. The weather's been absolutely lovely. I haven't put on a jacket on all week, and I was out and about in shorts and a t-shirt this weekend. I just got in from hitting some balls at the driving range with my buddy Dave. I think I did pretty well. I want to keep the consistency of my swing going and play a few games this summer. Dave suggests I should take lessons, which I might do, but I'm not really keen on time commitments, so we'll see how that goes. Let's see, next weekend should be fun. We're going to be going camping at Silver Lake. It's one of my favorite camping sites. It's only about an hour and a bit from Ottawa, and it's a pretty tame campsite, but I enjoy the lake and the facilities there, and we'll be going up with our friends Pat and Claire. I wrote a song up there a few years ago called Silver Lake. I quite like it. I'll add it on to the end of this week's Great Uncle John. So let's see, in politics in Ontario, looks like Rob Ford is still in the lead, still within majority territory with a few weeks to go. It looks like Andrea Horvath of the NDP may form the official opposition. I think citizens are just tired of the long-running Liberal government, 14 years, and the inevitable scandals and mismanagement that I think any government would rack up in that time. But just to keep my mind fresh, I went to the PC website to see what they have listed for the Liberals' scandals and mismanagement. Of course, what I noticed, they don't have the police beatdown of the G7 protesters back in 2009 or something like that, right at the beginning of the Liberal government. I knew right from then that they weren't going to be any different, but PCs don't even mention it because they don't care. Anyway, let me see, what do the PCs have? The self-interested secret Hydro One fire sale that is putting Ontario back in the coal business. I'll have to look into that. I hope we're not going back into coal. That would be bad. 5 OPP investigations. 5 in 14 years, not so bad. Doubling the provincial debt. I think the Liberals have been a little bit, or a lot bit bad at handling our provincial debt, and I think it is something we need to try to reduce. Why? It just seems to make sense to me. I think when you have a lower debt, you're in better financial shape. What do I know about economics? But that's just the way I sort of run my household budget, so I think a provincial budget would be similar. Deep cuts to health care. I don't think the Tories should be talking about cuts to health care. The loss of hundreds of thousands of good-paying manufacturing jobs. Was that through Liberal policy, or was that because of the changing nature of the economy? $1 billion e-health boondoggle, that was a mess. Kicking 3,500 children with autism off the wait list for life-changing IBI therapy. Well, that sounds pretty sad. I don't think they should have done that. I'm not even sure what IBI therapy is, but, the PCs would have done the same. Come on, let's face it. 600 schools closed or slated for closure. I'd have to see where the schools were. I'm not sure what the deal there is. Millions spent on partisan taxpayer-funded vanity ads the Auditor General would have blocked. The Tories would have done the same. Zero development of the Ring of Fire. I think we need to do some more negotiating on that. The cap-and-trade cash grab that will send billions to California. Well, the Tories have absolutely no carbon reduction policy, it seems. So all they do is talk about this phony. Do they even admit to climate change? They weren't up until a few years ago, so they have no credibility on that issue. And massive tax hikes, including the vehicle and licensing fees and the health tax. Well, as a resident of Ontario, I'm willing to pay my fair share of taxes, allowing violent sex offenders on parole to roam the streets unsupervised. Gas plant scandal that cost $1.1 billion and counting. That that was a disgrace. I think more than anything, they need to be held accountable for their gas plant fiasco. I think governments largely bob on the tides and currents of demographic and worldwide economic trends. They take credit in the good times and assign blame in the bad times, and governments will maintain power if the times are good. You can even see Trump's approval ratings rise. It's inexplicable, but things are going pretty well in the United States right now, so they credit Trump. People can tolerate a lot of nonsense because I think we expect the same from all parties. There's a lot of cynicism out there, including from myself. They all run on draining the swamp, but then just sort of become the latest flies buzzing around it, as we can see with the big swamp to our south. Avenatti continues to pound Trump. This week it was the revelation that Michael Cohen took millions of dollars from various international companies, including one linked to a Russian oligarch. What's it? Ole Melnikov, something like that. Avenatti says he has all the juicy details and he's going to let all the parties come clean first. He's really toying with Trump. You already know the ending, future people, but we are all curious about where the money Cohen was bringing in went, and did Trump get his, and was there pay to play involved? Was it illegal? This crap happens all the time. Is that even a crime, taking money to influence the president? All this, and Bob Mueller hasn't released his report yet. I think Trump is toast. His only hope now, and it seems to be what he's been doing, is to have the air smoked up with Giuliani going on these talk shows and just saying ridiculous things and causing distractions and trying to poison the water so much that he can firm up his white nationalist political base, and then no matter what, he'll be protected. The Republican members of Congress and the Senate won't dare challenge him, and he can hand out pardons and maybe even one to himself. Why not? But you know what? I'm still an optimist. I think Americans voted for Trump in large part to mess with the establishment, and mission accomplished there. But I think they will rally and instinctively know that Trump needs to go. I say they should let him have his summit first with North Korea in June, declare the war over, give him his Nobel Prize, watch the unified Korea kickstart the world economy, take credit for that, and then get out of Dodge. Maybe I'm dreaming, but I think it'll end well. I'm reading the Andrew Jackson section of my white trash book right now, and there are some very interesting parallels between Jacksonian and Trumpian presidencies. Jackson was a vulgar, populist, out of step with Washington kind of guy and ready to kick butt, and he was corrupt and lawless, and the landless outcasts, known then as the squatters and crackers, they loved him. And he was brutal, of course, to the Native Americans and not at all opposed to slavery. And I think Steve Bannon has compared the Trump presidency to the Jackson presidency. I think Trump truly lost the only big thinker he had when he lost Bannon, and I think America dodged a bullet there. Trump's a dangerous, unhinged lunatic, and he didn't need a dangerous ideologue like Bannon whispering in his ear, although I'm sure he still does sometimes. Anyway, that's it. See you next week, hopefully. We're going to be at Silver Lake on Sunday, so I might not actually get it out till Monday, but what does it matter to you? You're future people. You can watch it right away if you want. Anyway, here's Silver Lake, which I recorded almost entirely at Silver Lake in a little Boss 4-track recorder with a child-sized guitar. Hope you like it. I like this. Thanks.
Silver Lake is the kind of place you can camp all by yourself. Find a spot near the highway. Families don't seem to like it so much. Pitch your tent, feed your dog, bust out your old guitar. she's empty, ain't no surprise. Says no martinis and no dogs. Go back to camp, tequila shot, throw on another log. It ain't nothing to camp alone, a man and his best friend. She never liked it anyhow. Now I've got some time to spend all alone at Silver Lake. Everything a single boy could do. Hiking trails, clean water, warm showers and canoes. Dry wood, pretty lake, another can of stew. Silver Lake's got everything, it just don't have you. Dog, bust out your old guitar, crack a beer, roll a smoke, then light up your fire. All alone at Silver Lake, everything a single boy could do. Hiking trails, clean water, warm showers and canoes. Dry wood, pretty lake, another can of stew. Silver Lake's got everything, it just don't have you.